Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well and I hope you're all staying safe during this lockdown that's going on right now. So for today's video, basically we're all stuck inside, we're all probably going crazy and are bored out of our brains. So I thought I would do a get ready with me but to go nowhere. So that's basically what this is going to be. So I am just going to sit and do my makeup on camera and yeah, just film it, because at the end of the day I was going to do my makeup anyway, so I thought I might as well try and film it because everyone's probably bored and I actually quite like watching these videos. They can be just quite chill sometimes. So if you want to see me put on some makeup and just, you know, have a bit of fun, keep watching, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to jump straight into this because I don't want to be sat here all day long. For my makeup, I've got a bit of an idea of what I want to go for. I am going to have a bit of a play with some eyeshadow because I love playing with makeup. I don't get to do it very often, but there's no better time like lockdown to do it, because if it goes shit, in theory, no one will ever know, but I might be, you know, making a very bad decision here, but we'll see how it goes. But I have got a bit of an idea of what colour scheme I want to go for. I'm wearing this jumper like right here, I don't know if you can see it, but this little butterfly has actually got blue in it, so I think I'm going to go for blue eyeshadow to match the butterfly on my jumper. I haven't played with blue in a while. I saw this jumper in my wardrobe and was like, you know what, that could be quite fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for blue. I've got some palettes just here that have got blue in them, so I'm going to have a bit of a play and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've moved you in as close as I can get my tripod to my bed. I'm still a bit of an amateur with this, but I've never really done a makeup video before, so if this is shit, bear with me, I'm still learning, so hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. First thing I'm going to do is put some concealer on my eyes just to like give them a bit of primer, I guess. I haven't really got a fancy eyeshadow primer anymore. It's just, I can't really be bothered. Oh, and for this, I'm just using the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I love this. It's quite balmy, and it's just, yeah, I really, really like it. So I'm just going to pop some of that on my eyes. So yeah, I've just put some of that on and just like patted it out just to blend it, I guess. But yeah, I really, really like this. The shade range is quite decent and you get like quite a big pot for your money, so I love that. Anyway, let's do the eyes, shall we? So I've got a couple of palettes that I really, really like. So I've got the 35B palette from Morphe. I am such a Morphe girl. It actually hurts. I have literally, I think it's 7 Morphe palettes. Yeah, I told you I've got a bit of a problem. So I've got the 35B one here, which is just a really, really colourful one. This is one of my faves. I absolutely love it. And then this one here is a little like limited edition one, and it's the 35I Icy Fantasy one. So in here, let me get the like film bit off. That's the colours in there. So I'm definitely going to be using that blue there and then that little shimmer one there, I think. So that's that one. And then the 35B palette looks like that. So there's a couple of bluey shades down this side of the palette. Yeah, I absolutely love this palette. It's just beautiful for any time I want to do something a little bit eccentric. Like, so yeah, definitely going to be down this side of the palette today. If you want a colourful eyeshadow palette and you haven't got loads of money to spend, I can definitely recommend this one because there's like a bit of everything. There's pinks, blues, purples, green, like basically anything. It's so good. So yeah, I think I'm going to go, well, first off I need to set that concealer. So I'm just going to grab this Spectrum A07 brush. This is from the Spectrum Minnie Mouse Disney collab thing. Yeah, Disney fan over here. So I'm just going to take that little like white shade there and I'm just going to put that on as just like a base to go over the concealer, like to set it, I guess. There, that'll do. I think I'm just gonna go all out. So let me just get a shader brush. Yeah, this one here should do it. This is the Morphe M124 brush. Yeah, pretty much all my eyeshadow brushes are either Spectrum or Morphe. They're just my favourite ones personally. I just think they do a really good job. So that's what the vast majority of my brushes are going to be in this video, in case anyone's interested. So I'm going to take I'm a bit of an amateur here. So I'm going to take that blue there and I'm just going to pack that onto my lid, I think. And we'll see what that looks like. I can always like mute it down afterwards, I suppose. I've just grabbed another palette because it's got a massive mirror in, just so like I can actually like see what I'm doing, because trying to use a viewfinder isn't the best way because it's a bit far. So yeah, if I'm looking at a funny angle, it's because I'm looking into my mirror. So okay, that's really bright. Shit. Oh well, we can always blend it out afterwards. Okay, that looks insanely bright, but I'm happy with that. I really like the colour. So I think like for the next like step of this, I'm going to take the blue shade in the 3-5 eye palette, like that one there, and I'm going to take that because it's a little bit lighter and it's a bit more pastel-y, and that was like the kind of vibe that I was going to go for originally with this. So yeah, I'm going to take that colour and add that on the top and see if that'll like lighten it a little bit, I guess. I'm just going to use my finger because I'm being lazy. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's weird, like sometimes with eyeshadow it is better just to use your finger sometimes. I just find that the colour actually like picks up better with a finger. I don't know why. Like we get all these brushes, but then a finger can be just as good half the time. Like that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can actually see that, but yeah, it's just a really, really nice like pale blue. That's sitting so nice on the top. It might look a bit alarming at the minute, but obviously I can clean this up with like concealer and stuff like afterwards. So don't panic just yet. Like it probably looks like I'm going a bit haphazard with it, but trust me, it'll all be fine. Yeah, that's really cute. Now the next step to do, which is like the most important rule of eyeshadow to ever exist, is to blend, blend, blend. So to blend, I've just got this little brush here. It's the Morphe E27 brush. I love this for blending. It's a bit flared and there's a lot of bristles in there, so I just find that it blends really well. It's probably my favourite blending brush that I actually have. Okay, that's looking much less crazy now. So I'm not quite done with the eyes yet. I think one more thing that I am going to do, I would normally put like a darker colour in my crease, but I don't want to risk like screwing up what I've already done, if that makes sense, because I actually quite like that just matte as it is. But one thing that I am going to do is this silver shade here. I don't know if you can see that one there. I've used that a few times in a couple of other looks that I've done. And that glitter is just absolutely stunning. Like you just put a little bit on and if it catches the light properly, it just looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to add some of that glitter over the top of the blue, and then it'll just give it a little bit of a glitter glow, because I'm a sucker for glitter. I love it. It's just, yeah, it's really bad. I love glitter. So I'm going to add some of that over the top just to give it a little bit of sparkle. Can always get that blending brush if it's like a bit in one, like concentrated in one place, and just like dab it around a bit. Now don't worry if there's any fallout, because there is a little bit. We can clean that up with like concealer and stuff like later on down the line. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. I don't know if you can like see it on camera, but there's just a little bit of a sheen over it now. Okay, so I think that is eyeshadow done for now. I am generally like really happy with how that looks. At first it looked really crazy, but you know what, we gotta love a bit of crazy because this is a crazy time we're living in, so that's my excuse. So the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to do my eyeliner, and my favourite eyeliner of choice at the minute is the Pro Tip eyeliner from Glossier. But honestly, like this is black, like this is really black. And I just love how crisp it is, and this stuff does not budge. Like once this goes on, it's on. Like, it rarely moves. If you want to get it, just a little like plug right now, I actually have a link in the description box, and you can get 10% off Glossier if you use the link in the description box. So if you want to get it, you can get 10% off it. So I'm going to put this on off camera because the concentration face when applying eyeliner is real, and I don't think I'm ready to share that with the world just yet. So I'm going to quickly do my eyeliner off camera, and then I will come back to you. Okay, so my eyeliner is done. That actually didn't take me too long. Sometimes with eyeliner, it can take me ages if I like go wrong, but I just, like I say, like that eyeliner is just so black, and yeah, I just love like the liquidy finish of it. Yeah, can definitely recommend Glossier Pro Tip if you need an eyeliner. Actually, one thing I am going to do before I do the next step is I'm going to add this on, so it has time to soak in before I do my face makeup. I probably should have done this first, but oh well. This is the Milk Makeup Cooling Water stick thingy. I got this as a mini when I was in Madrid. I got it in Sephora, and I just really like this. I just think it helps, like, you know, with depuffing my eyes and everything. So just, it's not for me to say, you know, swipe it over a few times, and then hopefully by the time I've done like my mascara and started my brows off, that will have dried in before I do my face makeup. I definitely recommend that, and I like the mini size because it means like I can try it before I get a big one. So anyway, that was a little digression. The next step, makeup wise, I'm going to go in with my mascara. So for today's look, I've decided to use my Tarte 4-in-1 Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I absolutely love this. I just think it's a really good mascara basically, and I haven't used it in a couple of weeks because, well, I haven't really been wearing makeup as much because lol, lockdown, not going out the house. So I thought I would give this baby some airtime today. I love the packaging of this, like the purple, I just love it. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly do my mascara and then we'll carry on. You love. It's not for me to say. Okay, so my mascara is on. I just love that mascara. I think I might have put a little bit too much on that eye, but you know, where you can't actually see. But anyway, it'll dry down eventually. But yeah, I just love, like, it lengthens my lashes and it's not like that clumpy or anything. But I do go excessive with mascara because I like my lashes to look really like full and like thick and volumized. And so that's my mascara. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my primer on, so it's got time to dry in before I put my foundation on. So for primer today, I'm going to use the Glossier Future Dew. Now this isn't officially labelled as a primer. I've only found this out by watching other like beauty YouTubers and Instagram and stuff. This is actually labelled as a like final step skincare product, but I actually saw, I think it was the Anna Edit, I saw her do it and use this product as a makeup primer rather than like a final skincare step, and I just loved how it looked like on her skin and like the finish that it gave like to the makeup that she was doing. So then I tried it naturally, and yeah, I'm obsessed. So I actually don't use it as skincare, I actually use it as a primer. That's what the bottle looks like in case you've never seen it before. This is probably like my favourite like primer, even though it's not officially a primer. I've given this to my best friend. I got a little sample the last time I went to Glossier, and she was like, it's actually incredible. I said, don't use it as skincare, I said, use it as a primer. And yeah, she was obsessed as well. So trust me, like, it's not just me making it up. I have like told people to do it and they've thought the same. So I'm just gonna squeeze a pump and a bit. I guess it's just individual preferences to like how glowy you actually want it, but because I'm using it as a primer, I don't want to use too much because I don't want to waste it. But I mean, can you see like the glow that's already appearing just by like rubbing that in? It's literally ridiculous. It's so glowy. Like, can you see what's going on here? Like, it's so glowy. So thanks to the Anna Edit for like giving me that makeup hack. I absolutely love it. So yeah, let me know if you try it. Like, let me know in the comments after you've watched this video, like if you've got Future Dew by Glossier. Let me know if you try it as a primer and let me know what you think of it, because I'd love to know like if anyone else tries it, whether it actually is me just making up shit or if it actually works. But I find that it works, so let me know. And again, if you want to pick this up, then just use the link below if you want to save some dollar. So yeah, that's on. So that can dry in and soak in while I do the next step. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start my brows off, and then I'll finish them off afterwards. So that's how I do my brows now, because I like to do fluffy brows, and that's what I'm going to do today. But there's no point fluffing them out and then putting my foundation on, then they'll just go flat again because of like the brush and stuff. So I always start them off and fill some gaps in, and then I fluff them at like the last minute basically. So I'm just going to quickly add some pencil in. This is just a really old like Tanya Burr Cosmetics brow pencil. I've had it for years and I just keep using it just so I can use it up. But eventually I'll probably get like the Anastasia Beverly Hills like Brow Wiz one or something like that. I think Benefit do a good brow pencil as well, so if anyone's got any recommendations, let me know, because I am probably going to be on the hunt for a brow pencil at some point. So yeah, I just fill them in like that, just so there's like a shape to it, and then like on this bit just do some like upward strokes, I guess, so that it like mimics brow hairs. Okay, so brows are done for now. They probably look a little bit scary at this point, but don't worry, I just have to fill them in, because otherwise if you fluff them and there's obvious gaps, it'll look shit. So I've just filled them in with the pencil, but they won't look like this by the time I'm done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my foundation. So today's foundation choice is a little bit of a rogue one. I haven't used it in ages, but I was going through my little makeup thing. You can just see it a little bit over there. And I actually found this foundation and I haven't used it in the longest time. And I remember that I used to absolutely love it. And this was one of the first like high-end foundations that I ever bought for myself. So I'm going to use the NARS Sheer Glow. Now this is like a cult foundation. Like so many people swear by this foundation. But yeah, it's just, the packaging is just so aesthetically pleasing. Like it's just so classy and elegant. But I remember this being one of the first ones I actually got for myself, and I used to be obsessed with it and use it like all the time. But because I haven't been wearing makeup as much, and then lately I have been favouring a more natural look, using things like Glossier skin tint and things like that just for a lighter coverage at the minute, because I just couldn't really be bothered. But for today I've decided to go all out and I'm actually going to use a proper foundation, so I've gone for Sheer Glow. I'm just gonna quickly get some of this on my hand, hopefully without making an absolute mess. That has been known to happen before, so some of it just came out on my finger by accident. So pray for me that I can actually pour this onto my hand without... Whoa! Oh shit, okay, that's what I was hoping to avoid, but anyway, never mind, we'll use it. So to blend in my foundation, I always use the same brush. I'm really boring. It is the Spectrum B01 brush. This is from the Minnie Mouse Disney collection. Again, I kind of got all of them because I love them. I just love this. I just think it blends it really nicely. So I'm just gonna put this on my face. This is where like the catfish magic will happen. I'll probably look totally different by the time this is done, but we'll see. I haven't used it in a while, so hopefully it matches. It used to match my face. We'll see. I might just have to blend it down my neck a little bit. Actually, considering I panicked over how much actually came out of the bottle, it's actually not too bad. I was thinking, shit, I'm never going to use all this, but it's actually alright. I'm just going to take it down my neck a little bit. Just, I don't want my face to be one colour and then my neck to be another, because that's just like a classic makeup disaster. It's a little bit dark. I think I've gone really pale because obviously I don't know the next time that I'm going to be actually going away, because thanks Corona, love that. But I think when I got this I was more tanned because I used to be going away like really regularly, so my skin never really got pale. And oh, I know actually what shade I am. So I'm actually shade number 5, light 5 Fiji in Sheer Glow. I could probably, if I get this again, I'll probably get like light 4, get the one down maybe. But it's not the end of the world. I can just like powder it up and add concealer on and just blend it out. But I just love the finish that it gives. It's just so glowy and oh, I love it. Next thing I'm going to do is go back in with some more Glossier Stretch Concealer, but this time I'm just going to put it under my eyes because yeah, girl gets dark circles under her eyes, so this is an absolute must. Like, even if some days when I really can't be bothered, the one thing I will do is put concealer on under my eyes. It's just an absolute must. So I'm just going to go in with my finger again and just dab that on under my eyes. And then I've got my pink beauty blender here just to like blend it out properly. Yeah, pink beauty blender is definitely my favourite. I think beauty blender sponges are just like, their sponges are just the best ones in my opinion. And there's probably other good ones out there, but beauty blender are just my favourite. So yeah, just put that on under there, and then I will just quickly blend it out with my beauty blender. I always get a shade lighter in my concealer than like I actually need to, because then, like, for example, with this, I've got this in shade G11, but my actual like skin colour would probably be like G10, which is the next one, like darker. But I always get it a shade lighter, just so then when you put it under your eyes, it's a little bit more brightening. It just makes like your under eyes look brighter, if that makes sense. So yeah, I always get a shade lighter. So if you're stuck, just get a shade lighter than like what your actual skin would be, and then it'll brighten your eyes up for you. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do, I'm just going to quickly set my face makeup with some powder. So I just use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is literally the most affordable powder to ever exist. I've been using it for years. I could have bought an expensive one potentially, but I just love this. It's just affordable, but it does the job. It's just a win-win basically. So I just use the 001 transparent one because I don't really want to add any colour. I just want it just to set my face. And to do this, I'm going to use the Spectrum A01 powder brush. Like, this is a big fat fluffy powder brush. I absolutely love it. Again, this is from the Disney collab with Spectrum. Yeah, I'm just going to put that in and just set my face real quick. This will literally take seconds. But yeah, if you need an affordable powder, get this one. You can literally get it from like Boots and Superdrug. Okay, so powder is done. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some colour back into my face. So I'm going to put a little bit of blusher on. This is a Kylie Jenner Cosmetics one in the shade We're Going Shopping. Very appropriate, and that is definitely going to be the first thing that I do as soon as the lockdown ends, because oh my word, like, shopping online is fun, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing like having a browse around the shops and actually having the bags like in your hands. There's just something satisfying about it. So yeah, it looks like that. So yeah, it's just like a very like peachy pinky kind of blush, which I love. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on. Now this is super pigmented, like you literally need like the tiniest little dab and it'll do your face. Like if you went like really like haphazard with it, it'd be way too much and you'd look ridiculous. So yeah, just like tiny little dab and then just blow it a little bit, and then just, yeah, just on like the apples of my cheeks, I guess. Like, it's not too OTT, but it just gives me a little bit of colour. Like, obviously we don't want to take anything away from the eyes, but it's just nice just to have a little bit of colour on my face as well, so I don't look washed out. So yeah, there we go. See, don't need much, but it just does a little something. The next thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to add some bronzer to my face. So I am just going to use the Urban Decay Beach bronzer. This is probably one of my favourites, and this is just in the shade Sunkissed. I've had this for ages and I just love it. I love taking it on holiday because I just think it goes with like my tan really well, and I would have taken it to Bali if I was there. I literally should be there right now. This is actually tragic, and this would probably be in my makeup bag to take to Bali, so I will use it in spirit and use it now, because I probably would have taken it with me. So it's just like, I put my hand over the mirror, so it's just like a warm brown kind of. It's a matte bronzer, so there's no like shimmer in it as such, which I personally prefer. I like my bronzers to be a matte finish rather than the ones that have like shimmer in. I just think it just looks better, and like you can almost like contour with this as well. And then to do my bronzer, I am using the Spectrum A04 brush, again from the Disney collaboration, so it's just a little bit tapered, like it goes out and then it goes in again. So I'm just gonna put some of this on. So I'm just putting this like in the hollows of my cheekbones, so excuse the weird faces that I might be pulling at this point. So I've done it on like my cheeks, and then I'm just going to take it onto my forehead as well, like where the sun would like naturally catch it, I guess. It's not for me to say. There we go, nice and simple. And then the final little step in this little face trio is to add some highlight. Now, I'm a sucker for highlight. I absolutely love it. Like, the more blinding, the better, in my opinion. So for today's highlight, I have decided to go in with an absolute classic, and I'm using the Champagne Pop highlighter from Becca. This is blinding. Like, it's, you know, like, you can see it from Mars. I'll be like glowing through the heavens with this. It's one of my favourites. I love it. This again was probably one of the first like high-end highlighters that I actually got for myself. I never forget going to Space NK in York with my auntie and getting this, and I was like so excited because I'd saved my money up for it, and I was just like really excited about it basically. It's just a nice glowy gold highlighter. I just love gold highlighters, they're my favourite. So I'm just going to put this on top of my like cheekbones and then in my forehead and like on my nose and stuff. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, I should have probably said before, but to highlight I'm using the Morphe M451 brush. This is just a highlight brush, so it's like a tapered one, but I just like how it puts my highlighter on. Like, I have used fan brushes in the past, but I much prefer the shape of this one and like how it actually puts the product on. I just think it's much better, and it's much more controlled because it's like tapered and like dense and stuff. So you're probably wondering why I keep turning that way, but my window's actually here, so it's giving me natural light. So it's just easy to see like what I'm actually doing. And then I'm using the mirror that's in the actual thing. So just in case you're thinking, why do I keep turning this way? That's why. That is so blinding. Like, whoa! Come to mama. Bloody hell. Glowing to Mars, quite literally. But I love it. I just love the finish of that. So that's my face essentially done. So one more thing I'm going to add to my eyes is I'm going to add a little bit of eye pencil, if I can keep it in my hands. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Kohl Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil in the shade Bedroom Black. I got this in October when I went for a consultation makeover thing. That's still probably one of like my proudest moments as a blogger, that I actually got to do that. And I went the day before my birthday, so it was a little bit of a birthday treat as well. It was just absolutely brilliant, and I still couldn't believe it when the girls from Charlotte Tilbury in Birmingham invited me to do that. Definitely a proud moment, and they used this eyeliner on me and I just really like the finish of it, so I treated myself to it because my other one was getting a little bit short and a bit blunt. So I'm just going to put some of this into my waterline. I'm probably going to do this off camera because it's going to be really awkward to do it. So I'm just going to pop some of this into my lower waterline, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so that's the eyeliner done. Like, I don't know if you can actually see it, but like on like the lower waterline, I love putting eyeliner there. I just feel like it adds a little bit more drama, and then it's just cohesive with like the eyeliner that I've got like on top, like my little cat eye. We're getting towards the end now, finally. Hopefully this hasn't taken like a day and a half. So I'm going to go back into my eyebrows and finish them off. I want to do fluffy brows, so I always do this last, so I can get it just right, and then everything else is already done. So to make my brows fluffy, I am using the Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Clear. I actually have two of these. I have this one here, which is the clear one, but I also have the brown one just off camera, just down there in my little bag of Glossier goodies. For doing fluffy brows, I prefer the clear one, so I always fill in my eyebrows with a pencil or a pomade or something first, and then I go over it in the clear one just to fluff them out, because I don't know, I just find I've tried it both ways with the brown one and the clear one, and I just found that they looked better with the clear one for fluffy brows. So that's what I'm going to do. So it just looks like that. I'm just gonna fluff them up. So right hand for left brow, like from like my face perspective, so like opposite hand to eyebrow, if that makes sense. So I'll just do it close. So you just basically comb it towards like your nose, if that makes sense. So like the opposite way, and then you just keep going up and just keep fluffing them basically. So just, I'm probably not explaining this very well like at all, but you just keep like doing little tiny like little brush strokes like that, and eventually it just fluffs them up if you keep going. And then you just keep doing it then, and like putting them down, going up, and just you do it just to like the individual finish that you want basically. I'm not going to do mine too dramatic. Sometimes I really do go OTT with it, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's more fluffed out than that one's. That's like completely flat, and then that one's just got a little bit of a fluff to it, so the brows are like sticking up a little bit. So I'm just going to quickly do the same to the other brow, and then I'll come back. Okay, so that is the brows essentially done. Obviously there's just a little bit of product that's like fallen out a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I haven't gone too crazy with them today. I just didn't really feel like it. It's just my individual mood, but I knew I wanted to do fluffy brows of some kind, so I've just come in close, so excuse like the close-up angle, but hopefully you can see like where I've fluffed it a little bit. And then obviously the brow pomade as well will set the brows in place, so hopefully they won't budge. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the whole fluffy brows trend at the minute. I just love how it looks. But I know some people don't like it, but I actually think it's quite cool. So anyway, and then the final step in this little makeup look is to add some lipstick. So obviously because the eyes are so bold, and I don't want to detract anything away from that, because like that's like the whole point of the look, as it were. So I've just got a really nude lipstick here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Hepburn Honey lipstick. Probably one of my favourite Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, not gonna lie. It's just a really nice nude. That little classic fish face. But yeah, I used to wear this lipstick to school. There's a fun fact for you, because it's just a really nice nude, and I got away with it quite a few times because it's not too OTT. Obviously I didn't put as much on as this, but I did wear it to school a few times, even though I wasn't supposed to, because I just liked it. So yeah, it's just a really nice like browny peachy nude kind of colour. I'm really crap at describing colours, but hopefully you can see what it looks like. It's just nothing, it just gives my lips some colour, but it's not over the top, so that the main focus can be like those really glittery blue eyes that we've got going on. So my makeup is done, so that's basically it for this video, because I am now ready for the day. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. I actually really enjoyed doing my makeup on camera, so if you want me to do it again, let me know in the comments, because I really enjoyed doing that, and it was nice just to sit and talk and play with some makeup and just use some of my favourite products and like show them to you guys, I guess. But I'm really happy with the eyeshadow look. I'll add a little close-up clip over the top when like I've got my like camera out of the tripod and everything. I'll add a little close-up clip over this of the eye, so you can see it all a little bit better. But I'm really happy with that, because it was a complete experiment, and it could have gone disastrously wrong, but I think it looks really nice. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Smash a thumbs up for me. Come chat to me in the comments, and we can talk all things makeup and like lockdown and everything. Just have a little bit of a chat. Also, if you're new around here, don't forget to click that subscribe button. I would absolutely love it if you could stick around around this little channel, and yeah, stick around for my future uploads and everything. I don't really know what else to say. I'm going a little bit delirious, so I'm probably going to go. Not gonna lie, I'm hungry, so I'm going to go and get some food now. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.